I was supposed to be whitewater rafting this week in New Mexico down the Rio Grande River with a couple buddies of mine. But thanks to American Airlines canceling my flight and not being able to rebook me in time, I missed out. So Steve and Bob sent me some pictures. So since I've got the week off anyway from work, I decided to come to one of my favorite places, Wilson Creek Wilderness out here in North Carolina. I love to come out here, fish, hike, camp. It's just an awesome place to hang out. What I've done is I've driven up a forest road and just pulled off the forest road and set up camp here, dispersed camping. And I thought I'd just share my little camp setup here and my truck shell camper setup. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of videos posted, and I've got some ideas from YouTube, and I thought, what the heck, I'll post one. Basically, there's not a big difference between my camper and anyone else's, but I'll show you what I've got, and maybe somebody else can get some ideas from what I've done. I backpack and hike and fish and all that good stuff, and don't mind sleeping out in the middle of the woods in a tent, but when I come fishing for the weekend, I was sleeping in the tent beside my truck and thought, this is crazy, why not sleep in the back of my truck? So I started asking around, looking for a camper shell, truck shell, and a guy at church had one he was getting rid of. Thank you, Tim. I brought it home, cleaned it up. It's not an exact fit, but it fit good enough and looks okay to me. So I made do, and here's what I've got. I wanted something that I could also tear down quickly and turn it back to a normal pickup truck. If I want to go get a load of mulch, I don't want the back of my truck to be just a camper, a permanent camper type setup. So I wanted something that was a quick change, so to speak, so I could switch it back and forth from a camper to just a typical pickup truck. The good thing about this shell is it's got the high rise, so it's got a lot more headroom. I love that. And of course, the other good thing is it was free. So I had to buy some struts for the back window. Other than that, just a little bit of caulking here and there. And let me open the back hatch and I'll show you what I've got. So for the front and back window, I used this reflective material here. I ordered this online for another project and had some left over. But this stuff is really thin. You can fold it up and tuck it away really easy. It's got reflective material on one side and some kind of a cloth back on the other. This is actually, one of the uses for this is to sew in different jackets and coats and things like that. But it works really well. I've got some little Velcro tabs, and I use that on the back here for a curtain, and the same thing there on that front window. This thing has a bed liner in it. I leave the bed liner, always leave the bed liner in it. That piece of carpet in the floor of the bed liner, I had it out in the garage, just some leftover carpet from way back when. And that piece of carpet in the middle is just a hall runner that I can pull out and clean really easy. That light colored carpet gets dirty pretty quick, but hey, it's free, so I used it. So this is the inside. You know, nothing new here. I've got the bed on the left, some shelves, and some storage on the right. One thing different I did do, I put a loft in the back. Typically I'll keep that covered up with some reflective material because it gets really hot, but that is a really handy storage area up there. I also, as you can see, put the reflective material all over this thing. It really makes a huge difference, keeping the heat in and keeping it cool when I want it to be cool. The bed frame was some 80/20 steel that I had laying around the shop. It's lightweight aluminum. I made it in two pieces. It's just really simple. It sits in there. It doesn't lock in or anything. I've got the storage bins underneath. I didn't want any permanent drawers or anything. This works great for me. I just slide them in and out. In my bins, I've got a kitchen, cooking materials, food, camping, miscellaneous, what have you down there. The bottom underneath the bed is an old door I had at the house. I cut down and made it fit. And on top of that, a mattress. My fishing buddy
Wayne?
gave me. It was a brand new mattress he got from a furniture sale, and it worked out perfect. Oh yeah, thank you to my daughter for this peachy comforter. I've got, as you can see, I can go electric or non-electric. Right now I'm set up kind of electric mode. I've got that is a microwave, a really small microwave unit. There's a coffee maker beside it. The two fans back there, one's for AC, one's for DC. A couple other drawers there for clothing. All of these shelves and drawers are just very quickly removed. I mean, they're held in there with bungee cord. These are just literally, these are 99-cent shoe boxes. I've got different items in those. A couple of those. This entire shelf here is held in with a bungee cord. Doesn't go anywhere. Yes, that is a little portable toilet back there. So these shelves also come out really quick. I don't have them bolted in there. They're setting in there with some Velcro, actually. I made some brackets that actually mount with these mounts that hold the camper shell to the truck. It's hard to tell without taking it apart, but this piece of wood, these shelves, that one and the one in the back, just kind of sits on top of those brackets. So I can lift it off there really quick and put them up in the storage or in the garage whenever I want to turn this thing back to a truck. I've got some rope, ratchet rope hanging from the carport that I hooked to the four corners of the camper shell, and I just hoist it up in the air off of the truck, and I can switch it back to a normal truck pretty quick. Okay, the inside looking out, I've got a like a storage mesh net right there over the back glass door. And there's my paper towel dispenser. I've got some little Harbor Freight lights mounted on each side. Jump start battery down there. It's got a little USB output on it. It also has a cigarette lighter plug on it. I can run a fan for a couple of nights, a little portable fan, no problem. But as you're probably wondering, I've got a microwave, a coffee pot, and all this electric stuff hooked up, and I told you I'm primitive camping on the side of the road. I also brought my little Honda generator. The Honda generator is down by the creek. Can't even hear it run. Right now it's not running, but when it's running you can't even hear it. It is also used for an air conditioner. I'll add pictures to this video of the air conditioner setup. I don't need it now, it's just not that hot. This is the middle of May, and I just don't need it. I've got a little panel underneath the bed. It's 1/4-inch plywood. It fits perfectly. When the tailgate is down, it fits in the back there, and it's cut out for the air conditioner, and it rests on the tailgate hinge door that I can go in and out of. So I'll add pictures in this video of that, and that thing will absolutely freeze you out of the back of this truck. It's really, the Honda generator has no problem running that air conditioner for a long period of time without using a lot of gas. So I've got this tarp set up, as well as that little Instant Up canopy. And the reason I like this tarp, rather than just, I could pop up another canopy, but if it rains, the rain comes down on the back of the truck. This way I can actually back up underneath the lean-to tarp there, and I won't get rained on. All the rain runs down this way and away from the back of the truck. And it is freestanding. I just used a tarp from Harbor Freight. Got some tent poles, a couple pieces of metal there on the ends, and I use guy lines to make it good and secure. I've never had any problem with the wind with it so far, and it works out really well. I do have a tent set up back there. I just use that to store some things in once I get camp set up. So here's my little kitchen set up. I do have a propane 2-burner Coleman type stove. I think it's an off-brand. Some drinking water, another collapsible container of water just for washing my hands or doing dishes. I brought along this new cooler. I actually bought this at Walmart. This is the upgraded version of the Lifetime brand cooler. It's the Yeti style knockoff. This thing I think is absolutely amazing so far. It's bear proof. This one's a 28 quart version. I love the way the handle's locked down on it, and seems to hold ice really well. It's rated for 5 days, and I have no doubt for $78 I don't think you can beat it. So even though I'm a little disappointed I'm not rafting down the Rio Grande River in New Mexico this week like I planned, I'm still happy to be out here in Wilson Creek Wilderness. It's awesome here. I plan on doing some fly fishing and some hiking, and it's just great to be outdoors and enjoy Mother Nature. Thanks for watching.